All right, welcome to the Monday Edits. This is episode number 2. I'm putting the link in the description, of episode number 1. I'm putting the link below. And today I'm editing this New York skyline photo I took about 3 years ago with an ultra wide angle lens, the Sigma 14-24, one of my favorite lenses of all times, probably. And the idea today, it's actually very simple. With ultra wide photos, the subject is not always one specific detail. A lot of times, the subject it's the entire frame. That's what you gotta be focused on, the entire frame. The sky, the skyline, the water, the foreground, the clouds, everything, the reflection, all of that. It has to work together. You have to put the whole scene together. So this photo, it's definitely not about making one building pop. It's about making the whole photo feel right, feel in balance, feel a beautiful landscape, which is the whole point. That's the thing with ultra wide images. So you're not just editing one subject, you are editing the whole scene. I want to make this video very straight to the point because the first one was very long, like over half an hour. I talked a lot, but I really enjoyed what we did there. It was just so intense, just letting the photo talk to me. That's the whole point of this series. I want to listen to the photo, I want to watch, I want to take the time to look at the photo, to see what the photo it's actually telling me. The only difference today, it's just I definitely want to make it more compact, because over half an hour, it's just too much. It's just too long. All right, straight to the point. So this is the photo we're gonna be working on today. Took a couple years ago, about 3 years ago, the New York skyline. It's probably one of my favorite photos from the last couple of years. The sky, just the drama you can see in the sky, that golden, absolutely beautiful golden lash of light in the middle of the water. It's I just saw it in this is definitely the perfect photo for the Monday, for the second Monday edit. With this photo, so I'm trying to be very careful. I haven't done anything so far. This is the raw file. I haven't done absolutely anything so far. And with this photo, I gotta be very, very careful because I don't want to overwork one area. I want to and then forget everything else, or I don't want to be too focused. Like I said before, I want to be too focused in one element when the whole point, it's just visualize the whole scene and work from that perspective, from that point of view. And I don't know, because if I make the sky too dramatic, it can definitely overpower the skyline. If I push the buildings too much, it can start looking kind of fake. I definitely don't like that. And if the foreground stays kind of like too dark, it becomes kind of like a dead weight at the bottom of the frame. I definitely don't want that. So the goal is, it's actually pretty simple. Balance. That's definitely today's word. Balance. It's all about balance. With this kind of city landscape photo, it's all about balance. No individual details. Let me see. Yeah, I think I want the clouds to keep. Yeah, I definitely want the clouds, to keep the drama and everything, because that's as you can see, that's a huge part of the photo. I want the skyline to feel important, because at the end of the day, that's the main subject. That's the main subject right in the middle of the ground, in that middle ground of the photo. And that light hitting the building, it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. That's something I want to protect. But also, I want the water and the foreground just to support the image without fighting for attention. That's absolutely important when you are editing this kind of landscape, city landscape photography. you don't make the areas fight one to another. And honestly, probably with most landscape photos, you're always going to see, most of the time you're gonna see like 3 layers. I talked about that before. I talked a lot about that in the first episode. You're always going to see 3 layers of on that photo. So in this case, it's pretty visible. So you have a beautiful, big, dramatic sky. We have a skyline, which is basically the main subject. And we have the foreground with the water, this line of houses right at the bottom, the darkness in the corners and everything. I think it's important to zoom out often while you're editing. In fact, I wouldn't recommend like zooming in, like I said before, like zooming in, trying to fix every single detail, trying to be focused on every single detail. That's not the point here. That's not the way to go here. It's actually the opposite. So try to zoom out as much as you can. Try to see the picture as it is, and work from that perspective, work from that point of view. Let me see what else. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend to stay too close to the photo. Well, when you zoom in, that's a way to be close. It just don't get trapped with fixing tiny details that nobody is really going to notice. I don't know, the first thing people feel with a wide angle photo, it's the whole image, the atmosphere. That's what matters. You know, the shape, the light, the balance. I'm definitely not gonna try to invent a new photo. This photo, it's already gorgeous. It's beautiful. And I'm just shaping what's already here, what I already have right here. You know, that's the whole job today. That's what we're gonna do today. All right, I'm definitely gonna try one of my presets. Remember what I said before. I'm putting the link below if you haven't watched that first episode. I use preset just like everybody else. I'm not one of those people saying, no, I don't use preset. I work from 0 to 100%, moving in every single slider, touching every single setting. No, I don't do that. That's an absolute waste of time. Presets are helpful. It's just, for me, it's just a starting point. It's not a final solution. It's just a starting point. It's something that tells me, okay, this is the way to go. Let me then, based on this, work on this area, work there, work here, with the lighting, maybe moving the color, maybe the exposures in certain situations. That's how I use a preset, as a starting point, not as a final result, not as a final solution. So maybe, let me try something here. So probably my frosty morning, have a preset and call it like that, frosty morning or something like that. It's okay. Just first of all, I don't like it because it's just too much. The preset itself just pushes the photo too far, absolutely too far. So I'm gonna dial it down all the way to 0%, and maybe I'm gonna do maybe like a 40%, it's fine. And if I see the before and after, so I think I could use this preset, like I said before, as a starting point. Why? Because 2 main reasons. The sky is already gaining that kind of drama that I'm looking for. The sky is one of the probably one of the most important part in this photo, and I'm already getting a lot of drama, which is something I definitely want, a lot of drama on the sky. And if you see the original file, I have a lot of yellow, kind of yellow tint on the light, which I'm probably, there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that's the way to go. I don't think that's what I want as a final result. So the preset on about 40%, that's what I have right now, and it's kind of like introducing some of this kind of like orange, golden orange that I definitely love, and I feel close to the photo right now. I feel closer, so I'm gonna keep that. What I would do next is just go to edit and don't forget, this is all about perception. This is all about point of view, and nobody can edit photo like you do, you know. And there's nothing wrong the way you edit. It's just, to be honest, most of the time when we don't feel comfortable with the work we've done, it's because one simple detail: we don't look at the photo. We don't pay attention to what the photo is telling us. You need to take a step back and you need to look at the photo. You need to take the time. You know, we live in a world where we like 90% of the time we don't have time. We don't have enough time. We want to get everything done as quick as possible. That's not something I would advise. You need to take a step back and you need to look at the photo and you need to feel what the photo is telling you. That's the whole point. So now the photo has 3 layers already. It's pretty visible, skyline and foreground with the water and, you know, this dark area right here. So I'm gonna make 3 different masks and see what happens. Let's go there. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. So let's do sky first. Let's do the sky. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to duplicate and invert that mask. And now we have 2 masks. And since I want to make this episode as simple as possible, I'm gonna try to keep it in just 2 layers and see what happens. So I'm definitely gonna work the sky a little bit and see what happened here. So if I go, probably I'm gonna introduce a little de-hance on the sky. That usually de-hance helps a lot to bring that kind of drama. The photo already has it, so I can't go too far because the photo already has it. There's a lot of drama on the sky here, so there's not much I should be pushing. All right, so okay, yeah, probably 19-20% is okay. So the hands is already helping me with the darkness in this area right here. That's something I actually like. That helps to make that drama pop a little bit more. So I might have a lot of blue. Let's see what happens. I might have a lot of blue. But do you see this kind of latches, like orange latches I have in between some clouds close to the skyline? That's something I want to preserve. That's something I want to keep. Definitely I want to keep. And it's probably, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and think about it. Look at the photo, think about it. That's the whole point. Okay, what about, let me go back to colors. I'm still in mask. Let me go back to colors. I'm sorry. Okay, sky. Okay, and let me see if I can. So let me touch a little bit of the highlights in the sky and see what happens. So if I obviously, if I take the highlight just a little bit down, like minus, I don't know, minus just like 5, 6, 7, 10, minus 10. I'm kind of adding, I really like this because I'm kind of adding shape to the clouds. And I just touch just a little bit the highlight, like minus 10. See, let me go back, 0, highlight, zeros. We're working the first layer, the sky. If I go ahead and just bring it down, I really like it, minus 7 right now. I really like it because I'm creating some sort of I'm shaping the clouds. I really like that. Before the clouds were, see what I'm saying? Before the clouds were kind of flat, a little too flat, a little too bluish. Now I have a lot more darkness in this area. I love it. I really like it. And this latches right here, this area right here, I have a lot of shape on those clouds. I definitely like that. So let me work on the foreground right now. So 2 things I definitely want to introduce in this area. I want to make it pop. slightly very settled, but I want to make it sharp, and I want to kill some of this darkness, big darkness I have in the foreground. No, I'm not gonna do exposure in this area because the exposure obviously is going to affect the whole area. So what I'm gonna do, let me go back to mask, and what I'm going to do is, yes, we're gonna do a linear gradient and see if I can just affect a little bit more the bottom of the photo, you know, the foreground, the right bottom. I have a lot of darkness there. So if I let me see, exposure. Okay, we're getting there. So just a tiny bit, because I don't want to make it too visible. I don't want that foreground, those line of houses, I don't want that to steal the show. That's not the point here, but I definitely want to make it just a tiny bit more visible. I think that would be okay for now. Let me go back now to the whole layer and just introduce that kind of crispy feeling I want to have across the skyline, across the water and everything. Let's see what happens. Let me go to details, introduce a little sharpness there. Okay, just a 45%. All right, perfect. So now, okay, let's work colors right now, but I don't want to do anything individual because sometimes you're stressing yourself working layers, you know, working colors and layer, and sometimes just a tiny touch to the whole photo, it's all you need. Especially in heading back to the main point, especially I'm sorry especially with a city landscape photo like this one. Let's go back, let's get out of the mask, and let's touch the vibrance a little bit. Let's make it just a little bit. Okay. No, because it's affecting the blue. I don't want to bring that blue too much. Let me go back again. And let's do colors individually. Start with the orange. And let's see what happens. I have a feeling here. Let's see what happens. So remember that yellow we had before? We kind of lost it, and I'm okay with that. Okay, let me see if I move the huge just towards the orange, just like, oh, okay. So see what I'm saying? It's not about only saturation. I pushed the saturation all the way to plus 24. That's fine. I'm getting, because that's the color I definitely want to recover. I don't want that yellowish kind of feeling like before, like the original files. That's not exactly what I want. You know, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. That's already a pretty decent, beautiful photo, but that's not what I want. You know, I want to go towards that kind of orange, golden orange that I really like, and I feel it's gonna work just fine for this photo. So saturation, orange saturation, plus 24, and let me go down the huge, down to the orange a little bit more and see what happens. Okay, that would be probably too much. So like minus 17. Okay, I'm not disappointed. I'm definitely not disappointed. I actually like it. Yes, I actually like it. That lash, see what I'm saying? That lash of water, it's bringing that kind of golden orange that I really like, especially for a photo like this one. Let me just go back. Yeah, let me just go back, and I think the temperature could help make the photo a little more warm. It's something I definitely like. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay, perfect. Let me go back, the original, and if I push it just a little bit, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. See what I'm saying? I have this dark area on the sky, you know, introducing a lot of drama, but at the same time, I'm not losing those lashes of orange, kind of golden orange. In this area right here, I really like that. That's what I want to keep. That's what I want to make it pop, you know. And I have a beautiful golden orange in the whole skyline. So we're missing something here. If you watch the first episode, you probably heard me saying, I don't usually like the lens correction. I don't know, just go ahead and drop me a comment, because this is a very me kind of thing. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with this. It's a me thing. I don't usually like lens correction. I feel that I'm always getting this kind of flat looking image. I don't like that. I like keeping that kind of circular feeling you get with most lenses. That's me. Just drop me a comment below and let me know how do you feel about that. But here, I think it's worth it. I think it's definitely worth it. That's 14mm 2.8. Let's do that. Let me go to optics and activate the lens correction. And it's definitely much better. It's definitely much better. You don't have, you know, you don't have that angular kind of feeling. There's a lot of distortion on the corners, but that's the photo. That's how the photo is. I don't want to force and I don't want to force corrections that is going to just ruin the photo, you know? I don't want to go that far. So, but here, I think it works. See the before. Let's see the before. Yeah, it's just the middle ground center. It just pops too much. See what I'm saying? Now we have a more even, flat looking photo that works for this kind of landscape photo, especially with this huge wide angle lens. I gotta be honest with you, I'm already happy. This is a photo I already can live with. See the before, too much blue. I feel like we can, I don't know, I feel like I want to make the water a little more crispy and maybe bring the black a little bit more. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. Let's try that and see what happens. So, foreground. Okay, I'm still working just the foreground. I didn't do the 3 layers. Let me see what happened with the blacks here. Okay, so not too much, not too much. Minus 14, it's okay. I have a huge contrast here that I really like. See the brightness and the clarity in the sky, and then this dark area that I'm definitely probably, let me see something. Let me see something. If I do a little contrast, maybe not too much, maybe, and then I do a little bit of exposure, I definitely like it. I'm keeping the foreground fairly exposed, but at the same time, I'm not killing the dark areas, and I'm not the dark areas. I'm not killing the black, and that's something I definitely want to preserve. It's something I definitely want to respect in this photo. I don't know. Just go ahead and drop me a comment below. Tell me, what do you think? I'm already happy. I don't think I have to go too much, except for the blue. I feel like there's too much blue. Let's go ahead and work the whole thing. This is a wide angle photo, and you cannot be obsessed with every single little building, little detail. That's not gonna help at all. That's gonna make you waste a lot of time, and most people don't even care about that. Most people with a wide angle photo like this, they're focused on what matters, the whole scene. That's the point. The blue, that's probably going to be my last touch, because I don't feel this much blue. I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. Let me go back to colors. You know what? Probably what this photo needs right now, it's just a touch of color calibration, and that's something we don't have in the mobile app. So I'm gonna have to go back to desktop, but I think it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna pause right here and let Lightroom, the mobile app, sync with the desktop app and do that color calibration touch and see what happened. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, Lightroom Cloud already synced. I'm kind of violating here my first rule. I wanted to keep everything on Lightroom Mobile as much as possible because of the simplicity. But if you feel it, if you feel that's something you want to do, that final touch, why not? If you feel like that's gonna make the photo better, and the photo's gonna go exactly what you want to have it, absolutely, why not? You know. So let me switch. I'm putting the tablet down right now, and let me switch to desktop right now. And basically, there's only two more things I want to do. Number one, so yeah, the preset is already treating. Let me go down. Okay, yeah, the preset is already treating the blue primary on -10. But if I probably just push it down just a little bit more, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? -30 is probably too much. -25. See what I'm saying? I'm pushing that kind of golden orange that you get when you push down the hues on the blue primary. I'm already happy with that. But the blue, that's the second thing I want to do here. And let me just go back to mask. And let me go back to the mask. And let me try to affect that blue, that too much blue I still have on the sky, and see what happened. I feel like it's just the temperature matter. Let's see what happens. Okay, if I push it, oh, you know what? This is not gonna fit the blue thing, the blue issue. But I'm definitely, this touch of temperature on the sky, it's definitely worth it. Because I'm kind of matching all this golden orange I have on the skyline, and I'm matching, see what I'm saying, this latches right in this area I have in the cloud. The golden is pop. I really like that. That orange golden popping in that area, I really like that. And let's then treat the blue individually, and let's see what happens. Probably no, because I'm going to be, see what I'm saying? You gotta let the photo tell you what she actually needs. So I'm introducing too much yellow, and that's not something I want. So let me get out of the mask. Let me just get out of the mask. The curve is not going to fix that. Let me just get out of the mask and just fix it as a whole and see what happens. Let me see what happens. Let me go to the blue right here, and saturation is already -4. What happened if I just take it down just a little bit more? -34, and I feel it's almost there. I don't want to kill the blue entirely, but I feel this is not a bluish kind of photo. This is not what I want here. So I might want to just go down a little bit more, almost -60 something. Let me see. Let me do the before and after. Okay, you might be happy with this, but this is definitely what I was aiming for. Maybe this golden orange is too much for you. It's totally fine. You might want to probably, I don't know, bring down this golden orange that I really like. It's totally up to you. It's fine. But for me, before and after, this, it's definitely the photo I want. What I would do is go back to the sky, and I would introduce a little more drama. That's just me. You probably don't like it, but that's me. It works for me. Let me see what happened. Maybe it works for me. I don't know yet. Let's see. Let me go back. Let me go back here to that sky again, and I'm probably pushing the contrast a little bit more, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I love it because all the whitey areas on the sky, it's getting shaped. It's getting more shaped. There's no, see, let me go back. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of flat. There's a lot of flat on the sky. There's a lot of flat on the sky, and now I'm gaining this kind of shaped cloud area, and I'm happy. I'm definitely happy. Maybe a touch of dehance or clarity. Let me see. No, that's too much. Maybe a touch of dehance, a little bit more. It's already +19. I don't think I'm gonna need that. too much. Just too much. You probably like it, but for me, it's just, you're just going too far right now. You don't need that. Right now, just stop. Enjoy the photo. Maybe you want to just step out of the room, take a couple of minutes, and then go back. Maybe you feel, like I said before, maybe you feel there's too much golden orange. Maybe you feel like there's too much drama on the sky. I'm okay with what I'm seeing right now, so I'm going to stop. You need to know when to stop. That's a huge part of the process. When you feel it, just stop. Let the photo rest. Maybe you can go back later, let the photo rest. But if you feel it, stop and enjoy what you've done so far. That's it. That's the whole point. Right? That's the whole point in this edit. Balance. An ultra-wide photo are not always about perfect details. Most of the time, they're about the whole feeling, the way the whole frame sits together. So for this one, I just keep it simple. That's what I'm trying to do. Keep it simple. You know, shape the sky, protect the light on the skyline, keep the water and the foreground under control, not stealing the show, and make the whole thing, everything feels like it belongs together, to the same world. All right, that's it for episode number 2 of Monday Edit. Just go ahead and drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. You don't have to agree with what I did, you know? You probably see something I'm not seeing. That's the whole point of this series, you know? Just go ahead and tell me what you think. And one photo, one edit, and today the reminder, it's simple. When the photo is a wide angle, edit the whole scene, not just the obvious subject, not just tiny details. You're going to be wasting a lot of time, and 99% of the people are going to be focused on the whole scene. You probably are going to feel it right away. I'm wasting my time. This is a whole scene, not one building, not one area in the sky, not one tiny piece of the foreground. All right, this is Rember. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button. And yes, it sounds like that. Rember. Just go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, but just only if you want to, you know, there's no pressure here. And I will see you next Monday with the episode number 3 of Monday Edits.